Welcome back to lesson 3 of editing our music video. And last lesson had us get everything lined up down here with the audio. So what we're going to do now is kind of get rid of these gaps here. And a quick simple way to do that is by simply dragging the end of the bar to get right here at the end of the sound. So we're going to do that here and just drag it down there. That's just about the end there. And then of course we have a gap here, so what we want to do is move this entire track down to match up there, and you'll notice a white line that lets you know that you're lined up with the previous section. So here's another gap here. We're going to drag that to close it out as well. That should about do it. Let's get a little bit more. And again, remember I told you if you want to get more exact with your edits, you can kind of come up here and click and move it, and that's going to tighten it up. However, we want to loosen it up, so we're going to go the other way. And we're going to move this bar down here so we can get our work area pretty much centered so that it's even. Okay, so we'll expand that, and we'll drag this in a little bit more, maybe about there. And then we're going to move this guy and mash it up against that one. And of course we still have a little gap here, so we're going to close that in. And you'll notice that now we have this excess baggage here, which we'll do something about later. Okay, so we did that, and now we also have all this audio here. And just as a side note, these little eyes here on each track will be able to close off the track. So in other words, let's get our marker. You can put your arrow here and just click, and that'll bring the marker right to it. So you'll notice we have a visual here. However, if I click on that eye, it's going to turn it off like so you don't see anything. And likewise for all the other channels, if you click it, none of the video will be shown, and that's good for when you're looking between different video channels or video tracks and you're bouncing between and you want to be sure you're watching the right one, so you turn off the other ones. So we are going to keep that open for now, and you'll notice the audio is on the video track here, which we only wanted to keep the visuals. And since we cut these into sections already, we'll have to one by one delete those tracks. So let's start at the beginning, and we'll close up this entire video so we can see the whole thing in one screen, and that should do it right there. So let's see, we're going to keep this audio for now. We're going to get rid of all this other audio here. So let's start here. We'll click on that. Okay, so what we'll need to do basically, since the audio is still connected to the video, is we're going to detach all of the audio. That's going to take it from being attached to the video here, and it's going to drop it down below the audio of our song. So that's going to end up being routed to this next audio track here. And again, from here we have audio track 1, and going down will be the added audio tracks, and then here is video track 1, and going up will be the additional video track. So let's go on and start deleting the audio. We'll do this one last because I just want to be sure of what that is. Actually, we could do that right now and figure that out. So let's click here. We'll mute our audio track here and hit play. Okay, so that's the audio for the video that we want to work on. So we're going to detach all of these audio tracks up to the end. So we'll start here. We're going to right click and find detach audio, and you'll notice it send it down here, and that's what's going to happen to all of these guys, and then we'll just delete them. Or we can mute it, but I think just to save some space, we'll just delete it. Okay, right click, detach audio, right click, detach audio, right click, detach audio, and we'll do this all the way down the line until all the audio tracks are on the bottom, in which case we will go ahead and delete them. So let's knock this out here. And 3 more to go. And then once we do that, we can move on to the next phase of our video editing. Okay, now there's another trick that if you left click, you can select an entire area to delete, and in this case it's going to be this guy here. So I'm going to left click, and you'll see this little line comes up that then expands to a box that we just drag across like so. And since that's highlighted now, we just hit delete. Oops, let's get rid of that other stuff. Okay, we'll hit delete, and it's all gone. So now the only thing left for us to do is check out the visuals in this screen here and see. Actually, I don't know if I want to keep all of this clip, so let's take a look at it and see what's what here. Okay, so for sound effects purposes, maybe we'll go on and keep that. So let's see what it sounds like with the music. And as you saw, I just unmuted the music track. So we'll go to the beginning here and hit play. Let's go to just before that comes in. How about that? So we can really start at the beginning. So let's plug up the laptop so that we don't run out of battery power. Okay, so what we're going to do, there's a little space here, and I think we're going to keep all of this video. So just let's do this. Let's drag this guy down, and so we'll be able to accommodate that ending space. And we'll click on that. We get this green box here, and if we hit delete, it should drag everything automatically down for us. Let's see if that works. No, it didn't. Let's try this. Okay, so we'll try this with the paperclip, and that still didn't happen. This happened before, so eventually I'm going to buckle down and see how to make that go away. Anyway, so it looks like we've got to drag them down. So let's make sure it's short enough so that it accommodates for that space right there. If not, we'll just drag something else out. But I think if we do, I want to make sure we keep the tank. So I think that should about accommodate. So if we, let's try this one more time. No, that didn't happen. Okay, so we'll just drag everything down, and hopefully we should be able to fill that space perfectly. Okay, let's try it one more time. No, I still didn't do it. So we gotta figure out what makes that disappear when we want to, because right now it's not cooperating with me. Okay, so we're just going to pull everything down, and this should get us pretty much on point, which we did. And then there's a itty bitty little space there to be accommodated for, in which case I will just go on and do that and drag that out just a touch, and hopefully we should be matched up. Let's see. pretty much on point. The video and audio stopped at the same time or close enough, so I'm happy with that. So in review, we were able to get rid of some of the gaps at the end of the song by just dragging that section in on all of the audio there. We got rid of the sounds that was here in these videos, and so now the audio and video pretty much lines up. So our next project and our next lesson will be putting transitions between our many different sections over here, and that's as you see right now. Let's go over here between each of these sections. Yeah, so there's hard transitions between each section right now. So in our next lesson, we're going to put in some transitions between some of them or all of them. That'll show you the power of the transitional effects, and we'll do that in our next lesson, lesson 3. So we will see you at that point. We appreciate your time, and we hope you picked up a little bit more on editing a music video with Filmora 9. Take care, and we'll see you next time.